What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Dale, the author of How to Raise a Doctor and the author of PreMed Mondays. Of course, you're listening to the PreMed Mondays Mentoring Podcast. We're in week number 9, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, vision. Everything starts with a vision. Check it out. Happy Monday, PreMed Stars. It's going to be another great week, as was last week, as will next week be, right? Every Monday, it's going to be a great Monday. That's why we do PreMed Mondays, to let you guys know, get pumped, get ready for the week. It's going to be a good one, as long as you believe it's going to be a good one. If you go into this week thinking it's going to be bad, then it's probably going to be bad. But if you go in there saying, happy Monday, it's going to be good, let's get them. This is PreMed Monday, let's go. Then you're going to have a great week, right? So be positive, have a great attitude, okay? Before we really get into this week, I just wanted to thank a lot of you guys, because I get quite a bit of feedback from people about the podcast and about the books. Colleen, thank you. Shout out to you, because you sent me a nice message and just acknowledge that you're enjoying the book and it's useful. So all of you guys who are sending messages about the book, I know I can't say thank you to everybody, but I hope that it's helping you. I hope that it's doing what it was meant to do and to make you better, not just a better pre-med, but really to make you a better person. So even though you guys are sending me messages and giving me acknowledgments, I want to take this time to acknowledge not just you, Colleen, but everybody else who is listening to this podcast and who has sent me messages about the book. So thank you guys for getting it, and thank you for taking an interest in your own future. I mentioned it last week, I believe, but here in the next few weeks, I'll be putting the book out on Kindle again for free for a couple of days, just so those of you who haven't gotten a copy, who might want a Kindle version, can just download a copy. I'll do that every so often for special events, just to make sure some of you guys have the opportunity to actually grab the book. All right, let's get into this week. Vision. Definitely one of my favorite topics. And anybody who knows me knows that I am so big on talking about vision. You guys already know I talk fast, but this time I might get into talking really, really fast, because when I get excited, that's what I do. And I get excited about this idea of vision. The proverb says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, the people perish. What does that mean? Just take a second to think about that. Very basic, actually. If you don't have a vision, you're not going to be successful. That's basically all that means. Right? If you're in any sort of organization, the leader has to have a vision. Somebody in the household has to have a vision for the family. If you're a teacher, the teacher needs to have a vision for the class, right? In order for anything to become successful, you have to have a vision. That's kind of the starting point for everything. What is a vision? And what is having vision? I look at these as two of the same, but at the same time different, right? For example, one of your visions, I'm guessing if you're listening to this, you're a pre-medical student. So one of your visions is yourself in a white coat as a practicing physician. But here's the key about that. Having a vision is not just seeing the future the way that you might expect something to be, but seeing the future as it should be, right? So when you think about yourself in that white coat, just take a second, close your eyes and do this with me. Do this activity with me. My eyes are closed. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let's do this together. Take a second and think about, what type of doctor do you want to be? You want to be a medical doctor, and you have a vision of becoming a medical doctor. Do you want to be an excellent doctor, a house MD type of guy in terms of knowledge, somebody who's really smart, patients love you, your students love you? Is that the type of doctor you want to be? Or do you want to be a doctor that's dumb, can't diagnose anything, patients hate you, your colleagues hate you, right? So having a true vision is not just seeing yourself in the future as a medical doctor, but seeing yourself as you should be in your best life. That's what really having a vision is about. And you can have a vision, and then you can also have vision. When I say you can have vision, that's seeing the object you want as it should be in the far. So for you pursuing a career in medicine, for you to have vision, that's seeing yourself in that white coat as that ideal physician, plus seeing the path it takes to get there, right? So think about it. You're in a car, you're trying to get down the street to the local McDonald's. You see McDonald's in the far, but in order to get there, you have to see, okay, I need to turn on this street, I need to stop at this stoplight, and I need to get to the window, I need to make my order, I need to pay the cashier, and then finally I get my food. And that was my vision. I wanted this delightful hamburger. So as a pre-medical student, I should say, for you to have vision is, okay, I see myself in a white coat, but okay, I know that I need to study for the MCAT. I know I need to do all these extracurricular activities. I know that I need to apply to medical school. I know that I need to find the resources to do all these things. I need to find the mentors to do all these things. I need to get into medical school, yada, yada, yada. A lot of things you have to do along that path. That's what having vision is. And I think that's where so many pre-medical students struggle. Not just pre-medical students, actually. That's where so many people in life struggle. is they have these ideas and they have these things that they want, these desires. But that doesn't matter if you don't have vision to get there. I listened to a guy, his name is Miles Monroe. He's dead now. But he says something, and I actually wrote about this in How to Raise a Doctor, in my book, How to Raise a Doctor. And what he says is, once show up and talk, expectations show up in behavior. Once show up and talk, expectations show up in behavior. Essentially what he's saying is a lot of people want stuff. A lot of people say, oh, I want this. I want to be a doctor. Right? Dr. Daniel this past week on PreMed Star wrote this blog, Imposter Syndrome. If you guys haven't read it, make sure you go back and read that. So a lot of people want to be a doctor, right? And in reality, there are a lot of imposters out there. Hopefully you guys aren't, but there are a lot of imposters out there. People who are saying that they're in a certain situation and say, oh, I'm pre-med. And you're saying that because that's what people do. That's what people say. And you want to be pre-med. That's true. You want to be a doctor. But the problem is you don't really expect that you're going to become a doctor. You might trick yourself all you want, but you don't really expect it because you don't have that true ultimate vision of becoming a doctor. The reason I know that about some people is because their behaviors don't reflect that. Expectations show up in behavior. Expectations are what are important for vision. Wants don't matter. You can want things all you want. Well, I want a Lamborghini, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to work any extra. I'm not saving any extra money. So that means I don't expect to get that Lamborghini. But you can tell yourself, hey, I have a vision to become a medical doctor, and I expect that I'm going to become a medical doctor. So I see my path, and I'm behaving in certain ways to make sure I get there. That's critical. That's essential, right? So you need to figure out your path and say, how do I get to my destination? And that's what vision's about. Vision's about seeing the ultimate goal, the end picture, and knowing what you have to do to get there. If you don't have a vision to start with, you're not going anywhere. You have to have the starting point. You have to have something that you want to go after. You have to have a goal in mind to go after, and you need to remind yourself of that goal. A lot of you guys who've heard me speak or maybe read some of my stuff know I always talk about when I was in college, one of the things that helped me be successful is I wrote 4.0 on a big sign, boom, slammed it right there in the middle of my wall in my dorm room on the bulletin board above my bed. So every morning when I woke up, I had to see that. And that 4.0 was an external reminder. That 4.0 sign, I should say, was an external reminder of my vision. I had a vision of being a straight A student. So that was an external cue to say, hey, Dale, it's go time. You wrote this. You told yourself you were going to do this. Now it's time for you to do this. 4.0. That's reminding me of my vision. I encourage each and every single one of you guys to do something of that sort. For whatever vision you have, put an external reminder. Write it down. I don't know what you have to do, but whatever you can do to remind yourself of what your vision is on a regular basis, do it so you can keep that external motivation, that push to keep you going. Because you have to have that, or else you're going to burn out, you're going to peter out, and then you're going to forget all about that vision that's going to go down the drain. Don't let that happen. Do not let that happen. Vision takes persistence to achieve. Let me tell you the story about the Chinese bamboo tree. Chinese bamboo tree grows to be one of the biggest, tallest, strongest, most robust bamboo trees. But how does it get there? You start off, you plant a seed, and you water that seed today. You water that seed tomorrow. And you keep on watering that seed, but you come back and nothing is happening. And you're getting tired and you're getting burnt out and you're saying, man, my vision of having one of the most beautiful trees in the forest isn't coming to light. What's going on? I have this vision. I know what I have to do, but it's not happening. I'm getting tired. And then you want to quit. You're saying, I can just go plant another tree. I can plant an apple tree and it's going to grow much faster than this. And I get the apples off of it, right? So why don't I just go plant this apple tree? But no, you're persistent and you say, I'm going to keep on watering this tree. I'm going to keep on making sure it gets what it needs. A year goes by. Another year goes by. Another year goes by. And you're watering this tree every day. You are behaving as if you expect your vision to become reality. And eventually what happens? Boop, something sprouts up out of the ground. Boop, another sprout. And then it grows, and then it grows. And then it shoots up faster than you could have ever imagined to become one of the biggest, strongest, baddest trees out there, right? What's happening in that situation? What's happening with the Chinese bamboo tree? You planted your seed, and all this time you're thinking it's not growing, and you're doing all the right things, and you're staying on track, and you're being persistent, and you're thinking it's not growing. But what it's doing is it's building its foundation underground. It's building the strongest root system that you could imagine. It's getting itself prepared. It's getting itself ready. It's setting itself up for success. Because the vision in the end is to become the baddest tree in the forest. That's what you should keep in mind. Keep that in mind when you have a vision, because I've been there, guys. I still go through it now, right? You know, everybody's got a vision that we're always going after, so I still struggle with this myself, right? But I understand this one thing. Persistence towards your vision pays off. Have your vision in the end and keep on watering it, keep on nurturing it, keep on tending to it. And you might not see it every day, but what's happening is your roots are digging in deep. Your roots are becoming strong. Your foundation is setting you up for success. And once you hit that tipping point where you can get that sprout through the soil, your rate of growth will be amazing, okay? So have that vision. Know what you want in life as it should be, not as it is with somebody else right now, but know what it looks like as it should be in its ideal state and go after that. See the path it takes for you to get there. Know where you have to turn. Know where you have to stop to get help. Know when you got to push on the gas to go faster. See the path and then behave in accordance to that. Do the right things at the right time and with the right people. That's discipline. Doing the right things at the right time with the right people. If you can do those things on a persistent basis, day in and day out, you will be building your roots underground and creating that foundation, which will help you sprout through the ground and achieve your vision. And you guys can do it. I believe in you guys. I know you guys can do it. Some of you I've known on PreMed Star, I should say. Some of you I've known for a couple of years now, and I've seen that persistence, and I've seen that excellence. So many of you guys from PreMed Star now who are in medical school, I saw it in you when you guys were pre-medical students. I saw that persistence. I saw that excellence. I had the chance to get to know you guys. And it's a beautiful thing when you can see somebody working towards that vision. But it all starts with having a vision and having vision. You need both of them to be successful. All right. This week's challenge for you guys. Let me grab my book. Oh, and before I tell you guys this week's challenge, I'm really excited. So some of you guys know that we're getting ready to launch another podcast for PreMed Star. I won't spill the beans because we'll be getting it out here in a little bit, and I'll have a different host, but you guys, it's going to be good. I already have some of the outlines of things that are going to happen with this podcast. It's going to be a great podcast, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it, and we'll be getting that out here pretty soon. Other announcement is we will be doing our first PreMed Star webinar of the next academic year on September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. September 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be doing our first PreMed Star webinar with West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine. They're one of the schools that recruits on PreMed Star. So you guys make sure you check out their profile page on PreMed Star. So I'll be doing a webinar for you guys, answering your questions, giving you guys a short presentation. So make sure you check it out. It's going to be really good. And just as with any other webinar we do, bring your questions. They're there for you guys to answer your questions to make sure you guys get what you need so you can be successful and achieve your vision. All right, now back to this week's assignment. So this week's assignment is write down your vision in a journal or on a poster board. Look at your vision every day or at least once a week. That's it. It's that simple. Just write down your vision and put it somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis. And this actually goes in accordance with Milan on PreMed Star. Milan posted something recently in the forums about what's one goal that you have for this academic year. If you guys haven't answered Milan's question, take some time, go on PreMed Star in the forums, answer his question. It'll be nice to see what everybody's goals is for this upcoming academic year. But make sure you write down your vision, write down your goals, post them up, and we're here to help you. You have a whole community of thousands of pre-meds here to help you, and you got advisors and other people who are all here to help you. All right, let's make it happen. Next week, we'll be talking about 5 mentors you should have. You won't be successful by yourself. You need people who have done it to show you the way. 5 mentors you should have. All right. I will see you guys on PreMedStar.com. Get on there, connect with me. If you have any questions for me, shoot me a message. And definitely remember to subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Google, or whatever podcast player you use. Love you guys, and I'll see you on PreMed Star.